Ambassador Kellen stood in the Grand Hall of the Galactic Council. The room was full of different alien species. Each one had their own way of speaking and moving. Kellen was from the Veltran race, a species known for their calm and thoughtful nature. But today he felt uneasy inside. He had heard many stories about humans. Some said they were strange and wild. Others said they were strong and dangerous. Kellen did not know what to believe. His mission was clear: watch the human world closely and report back to the council. The council leader, a tall being with silver skin, spoke loudly. Ambassador Kellen, you will travel to the edge of the human system. There, you will observe their fleet. We need to know if they are a threat. Kellen nodded. He bowed slightly and replied, I will do my duty. As he prepared to leave, Kellen thought about the humans. They had come from a small blue planet called Earth. They were a young species but had grown fast. Their technology was different from most of the Council's members. Some feared humans would upset the balance of power. The journey to Earth's orbit took several days. Kellen watched many stars pass by the window of his ship. He felt a mix of excitement and fear. What would he find there? Would humans be friends or enemies? When Kellen reached the observation station near Earth, he saw the human fleet for the first time. It was much larger than he expected. Hundreds of ships of different shapes and sizes moved in perfect order. Their engines hummed with power. The ships were fast and strong. Kellen's eyes widened. He had never seen a fleet like this before. The humans were not like other species in the Council. They used old ideas and new technology in ways that were hard to understand. Suddenly, Kellen felt a sharp pain in his chest. His heart beat faster. He struggled to breathe. The stress of seeing this powerful fleet hit him hard. He sat down slowly and called for medical help. The medic arrived quickly. Ambassador, you need to rest. Your heart is working too hard, she said softly. Kellen nodded but did not want to leave the observation post. He was afraid of what this fleet meant for the galaxy. Was war coming? Could the humans be stopped? As he lay on the bed, Kellen thought about his next steps. He needed to be strong and wise. The future of the Council might depend on what he reported. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. After a day of rest, Ambassador Kellen returned to the observation station. His chest still felt tight, but his mind was clear. He could not ignore what he had seen. The human fleet was bigger and stronger than anyone expected. From his viewing window, Kellen watched the ships move. They were arranged in lines, moving like a single creature. Their engines burned with blue light, and their shields shimmered like glass. Every ship seemed ready for battle. Kellen called the station's computer to bring up more information. He scanned the data about the human ships. Each vessel was equipped with powerful weapons and fast engines. The humans had used new designs no one had seen before. Some ships looked old-fashioned, but they were strong and smart in how they fought Dodd as. Kellen studied. He thought about the humans themselves. They were proud and fearless. They had survived many wars on their planet. Their history was full of battles and struggles, but they had always come back stronger. The Council's other members sent messages. Some warned Kellen to be careful. They said humans were reckless and might attack first. Others said humans only wanted peace but would fight if they had to. Kellen felt caught between fear and respect. He knew humans were dangerous, but he also saw their courage. He wondered if the Council could trust them or if they should prepare for war. Suddenly, a new message came from the Council leader. Ambassador, you are to return to the Council chambers immediately. Your report is needed at once. Kellen nodded and made his way back to the Council ship. The journey was quick, but his mind raced with questions. What would the Council decide? Would they see humans as friends or enemies? When he arrived, The council chamber was filled with tension. Aliens whispered and pointed at the screen showing the human fleet. Kellen took a deep breath and began his report. The human fleet is large and well organized, he said. Their technology is advanced and unusual. They have weapons that can destroy entire ships quickly. They are ready for battle, but I do not know if they want war or peace. Some council members nodded, others frowned. The debate started. One group wanted to send diplomats to talk to humans. Another group argued for a preemptive strike to stop the humans before they grew stronger. Kellen felt the pressure. He wished he could see the humans up close to understand their true nature. But for now, he was only a messenger. After the meeting, Kellen returned to his quarters. He stared at the stars outside his window. The future was uncertain. The humans had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same. Ambassador Kellen could feel the weight of the council's gaze on him. After his report, the room had grown quiet, but the tension was thick. Different species argued quietly among themselves. Some wanted to act fast. Others wanted to wait and learn more. Kellen listened carefully. The Veltran way was to think before acting, but the council was divided. Many feared the humans because they were unpredictable. Others admired their spirit but did not trust them. One council member, a tall being with green skin named Jaren, spoke loudly. We cannot let humans grow stronger. They could destroy many worlds if we do not stop them now. Another, a soft-spoken female named Lyra, replied, We should try to understand them. War will only bring ruin to us all. Kellen watched the debate but kept silent. His own heart was heavy. He wished he could meet the humans in person. Maybe then he would understand what they truly wanted. That night, Kellen returned to his quarters and looked at the small photo he carried. It showed a young human girl smiling in a field of flowers. It was a gift from a friend on Earth. The image reminded him that humans were more than just warriors. Suddenly, his com beeped. It was an urgent message from the observation station near Earth. The human fleet is moving, the voice said. They are changing formation and preparing for something. Kellen felt a cold rush of fear. He hurried back to the observation post. When he arrived, the humans were no longer in calm formation. Ships moved swiftly, lights blinking in patterns he did not understand. The fleet was showing power. It was a clear message. Humans were ready for anything. Kellen's chest tightened. Again. He tried to stay calm, but the fear returned. He sent a quick report to the council. Humans are preparing for something big. We must be ready. Back at the council, the mood changed. Leaders talked faster. Plans were made. Kellen saw how fear could push even wise beings toward war. But deep inside, Kellen held a hope. Maybe humans were strong, yes, but they also had a way to surprise others. Maybe there was still a chance for peace. As he lay down that night, Kellen whispered to himself, I must learn more. The fate of the galaxy may depend on it. Ambassador Kellen stood again at the observation post, watching the human fleet move with purpose. The ships flew in tight groups, their engines glowing softly. Kellen noticed something new. The humans were using clever tactics. They did not just move in lines. They changed direction quickly and spread out like a storm. Suddenly, a loud alarm sounded on the station. Kellen looked at the screen and saw bright beams of light shoot from some of the human ships. They were testing their weapons. The beams hit floating targets far away, destroying them with ease. The power and speed amazed Kellen. He had never seen anything like it. Then a message arrived from the human fleet. It was a challenge sent to the Galactic Council. The message said the humans wanted a meeting. They said they did not want war but would fight hard if attacked. Kellen's heart raced. He felt both fear and respect for these humans. Their strength was clear, but so was their will to talk. The council gathered again to discuss the message. Some members were angry. They saw the humans' challenge as a threat. Others believed it was a chance for peace. Kellen watched as the council argued. He knew this was a turning point. The humans could either become friends or enemies. Suddenly, Kellen felt a sharp pain in his chest. His heart beat fast and he gasped for air. The stress was too much. He fell back into his chair, clutching his chest. The medic rushed in quickly. "Ambassador, you need to rest," she said, helping him to a bed. Lying down, Kellen thought about the humans again. He was afraid, but he also admired their bravery. They were strong, smart, and ready for anything. After a while, Kellen's heartbeat slowed. The medic gave him medicine to calm his nerves. He knew he had to stay strong. The council needed him. When he felt better, Kellen returned to the observation post. He studied the humans' moves carefully. He wanted to understand their strategy and their mind. The human fleet was not just big and powerful. It was smart. It used old and new ways to confuse enemies. Kellen realized that humans were different from any species he had known. They were wild, brave, and full of surprises. He sent a report to the council. "The humans are ready. They are strong and clever. We must be careful." Kellen looked at the stars, wondering what would happen next. The humans had shown their power. The galaxy was watching, and the future was uncertain. *******. Ambassador Kellen spent the next few days resting and thinking. His heart was still weak, but his mind was growing stronger. He wanted to learn more about humans before making any decisions. So, he asked the council for permission to study human history and culture. The council agreed, and Kellen received data from Earth's archives. He began to read about the humans' past. He learned about their wars, their hardships, and their victories. He saw how they had built their world from nothing, and how they always found new ways to survive. Kellen was surprised by the humans' spirit. They were tough and never gave up. Even when things seemed hopeless, they kept fighting. He also read about their kindness and their love for family and friends. Humans could be fierce in battle but gentle in peace. While studying, Kellen received a message. A small ship was approaching the Galactic Council. It carried a human envoy. The council was curious and cautious. The human ship landed and a woman stepped out. Her name was Olivia Brooks. She was tall, with short brown hair and bright eyes. Olivia carried herself with calm confidence. Kellen was sent to meet her. When they first spoke, Kellen felt surprised. Olivia was honest and direct. She told Kellen that humans wanted peace, but they would not back down if attacked. "We have learned to protect ourselves," Olivia said, "but we also want to work with others. War is not our first choice." Kellen listened closely. Olivia spoke about human unity and their will to survive. She said humans were ready to face challenges, but they hoped for friendship. Kellen felt his fear change into respect. He had seen the human fleet's power, but now he saw their heart. Olivia also asked Kellen about the council's plans. She wanted to understand the aliens' fears. They talked for hours. Kellen shared his concerns and Olivia answered honestly. By the end of the meeting, Kellen felt hope. Maybe humans and the council could find a way to live together, but he knew not everyone would agree. Some on the council still wanted to fight. Kellen had a new mission, to help both sides understand each other. The future was still unclear, but he was ready to try. Ambassador Kellen returned to the council chambers after his meeting with Olivia Brooks. His mind was full of new thoughts. He had seen the humans not just as soldiers but as people with hopes and fears. This meeting had changed him. The council was restless. Many members wanted to take quick action against the humans. They saw the human strength as a threat that could not be ignored. But Kellen now had a different view. He asked the council for time to speak. When given the chance, Kellen said, "Humans are strong, yes. But they want peace too. I met their envoy. She spoke with honesty. We must listen before we judge." Some council members grumbled. A few looked angry. One called him a traitor. But others were quiet, thinking carefully about what he said. Later, Kellen was invited to a private meeting. The council leader told him, "Your meeting with the human envoy is important, but some fear your views. We need more information before making decisions." Kellen understood. He had to prove that peace was possible. He decided to learn more about humans. He asked Olivia to help. Olivia agreed and sent Kellen detailed reports about human culture, history, and technology. She also invited him to visit Earth. Kellen was excited but nervous. He wanted to see humans up close. Meanwhile, news arrived that a group within the council planned to attack the human fleet. They believed war was the only answer. Kellen was shocked. He wanted to stop this. He spoke to the council again, warning them about the dangers of war. War will destroy many lives, he said. Humans are strong, but we can still find peace. We must try. Some listened, but others ignored him. Then the attack began without warning. The council fleet fired on the human ships. Kellen watched in horror as the humans responded. Their weapons were fast and powerful. The battle was fierce and sudden. He felt helpless. The dream of peace seemed lost. Kellen's heart pounded with fear. He thought of Olivia and the hope she had given him. He knew he had to act quickly to stop the war before it destroyed everything. The battle between the council fleet and the human fleet was sudden and fierce. Ambassador Kellen watched from the council ship as beams of light and explosions filled the dark space. Ships on both sides moved quickly, firing weapons and trying to avoid damage. The humans fought with skill and courage. Their ships were smaller but faster. They used smart tactics to outmaneuver the larger council fleet. Kellen was amazed by their determination. They did not give up, even when outnumbered. Kellen's heart raced with fear and worry. The stress made his chest ache. He sat down, clutching his side. The pain was sharp and he felt dizzy. The medic rushed to him. "Ambassador, you must rest," she said gently. "Your heart is weak. The stress is too much." But Kellen shook his head. He could not leave. He needed to see what was happening. He watched as a human ship saved one of their own that was badly damaged. The human crew worked together to fix it quickly. Kellen saw their loyalty and care for each other. It was different from the cold political fights he knew. Suddenly, a council ship exploded nearby. Kellen gasped. The battle was more dangerous than he had imagined. He thought of the innocent lives lost on both sides. The fighting went on for hours. The humans slowed down the council's advance. They made it clear they would not be defeated easily. Kellen sent an urgent message to the council leaders. The humans are strong and united. War will cost us dearly. We must stop this now. Some leaders agreed and called for a ceasefire. Others wanted to continue the fight. The council was divided, and the war could still grow worse. Kellen felt tired but determined. He knew he had to find a way to stop the fighting. He thought of Olivia Brooks and the hope she had given him. He decided to reach out to her again. Maybe together they could bring peace. As the battle continued, Kellen made plans to meet Olivia and the human leaders. He hoped they could find a way to end the war before more lives were lost. His heart ached, but he believed peace was still possible. After the fierce battle, Ambassador Kellen knew something had to change. The fighting had caused pain on both sides. Many ships were lost and the council was split. Some wanted to keep fighting, But Kellen felt the war must end. He sent a message to the human envoy, Olivia Brooks. He asked her for a meeting. Olivia answered quickly and agreed. They would try to find a way to stop the war. Kellen prepared for the meeting. He hoped both sides would listen. The future of the galaxy depended on peace. When Kellen met Olivia again, their eyes showed the weight of recent events. They both wanted peace but knew it would not be easy. "We have to find a way," Kellen said softly. "War will only bring destruction," Olivia nodded. "Humans want peace too. But we will defend ourselves." They spoke for hours. Kellen shared the fears and doubts of the council. Olivia explained the human desire to survive and live in peace. Together, they planned to bring leaders from both sides to talk. They hoped that talking would stop the fighting. Kellen returned to the council and told the leaders about his plan. Some agreed, but others still wanted to fight. The council agreed to hold a meeting between humans and council members. It would be the first time they met to discuss peace. The day of the meeting arrived. Leaders from many species gathered. Humans and aliens sat together in the large room. Kellen stood in the center, ready to help both sides speak. He knew it was a difficult task. The talks began with tension. Some leaders doubted the humans. Others remembered the pain of the battle, but Kellen helped keep the peace. He reminded everyone that war only caused loss. Olivia spoke clearly. She told the council about human hopes and fears. She showed the human strength and their will to survive without war. Slowly, the council began to listen. Walls of fear and doubt started to fall. After many hours, the leaders agreed to write a treaty. The treaty would stop the war and open a path to peace. Kellen felt hope rise inside him. The future was still unknown, but now there was a chance. He looked at Olivia and smiled. Together, they had made a start. The galaxy was changing. Humans were no longer just a threat. They were a chance for something new. After the treaty was signed, Ambassador Kellen felt relief but knew the work was not over. Peace was fragile. Many on the council still did not trust humans. Some feared the treaty would not last. Kellen stayed close to the talks, helping both sides understand each other better. He believed that trust would grow slowly, like a small seed needing care. He spent time with Olivia Brooks, learning more about humans. She showed him their families, their cities, and their simple joys. Kellen saw that humans had many sides: brave warriors, but also kind and caring. One day, Kellen was invited to a council meeting. The topic was how to work with humans now. Some leaders wanted to share technology. Others wanted to open trade. Kellen spoke for cooperation. "The humans have great strength and creativity," he said. "If we work together, we can build a better future." His words helped calm some fears. The council agreed to start new talks about cooperation. But Kellen also knew dangers remained. Some groups hated humans and wanted to break the treaty. Kellen had to be watchful. He began meeting with leaders from these groups, trying to understand their concerns. He listened carefully and promised to bring their voices to the council. At the same time, Kellen worked with human leaders to build trust. He helped organize cultural exchanges and joint missions in space. Slowly, the walls between humans and aliens began to lower. One evening, Kellen looked out at the stars from his quarters. He thought about how far things had come. The humans who once scared the council had become partners. He smiled, feeling hope. The galaxy was changing. New friendships were forming. Kellen knew there would still be challenges, but he believed humans and aliens could face them together. His heart, once weak and full of fear, now beat strong with hope and purpose. The days after the treaty were full of new beginnings. Ambassador Kellen felt a sense of peace he had not known before. The Council and the humans worked slowly but carefully to build trust. Kellen traveled to Earth to see the humans' world with his own eyes. He walked among their cities, met their families, and saw their ways of life. The people were warm and friendly. They welcomed him as a guest. He watched children play in parks and listened to stories told by elders. The humans had a strong spirit, but they also had kindness and hoped out. Back at the council, Kellen helped create new agreements. Humans and aliens shared ideas about science, culture, and peace. They planned missions to explore new parts of space together. Kellen's heart was full. He thought about how much fear had changed to respect. He remembered the first time he saw the human fleet and how it had scared him. Now he understood humans better. They were not just a powerful fleet. They were a people with dreams and courage. One evening, Kellen stood outside the council hall. He looked at the stars and thought about the future. "The galaxy is big," he said softly, "but with friends it feels smaller. We can face any challenge." He smiled, knowing the hard work was not over. But he was ready. Kellen was no longer just an ambassador. He was a bridge between worlds. He had helped change fear into hope. And the galaxy was better for it. ***.